that means you love the world more than you love Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Yeah, carry on up.
It says, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
Alright, so we're giving up, you know, things to be in this truth, man. Okay, because at the end of the day, we know if we endure until the end, man, the Lord's going to reward us for our loyalty, man, and our service. You know, which is going to outweigh anything that we've ever lost in this world. You know, and we have faith in that. We believe in that. Okay, so we're not going to be held ransom by anything in the world. You know, it might be a job. It could be anything. Anything that's in this world that stops you from teaching the truth can be used against you. Okay, as ransom, man. And it might deter you from, you know, doing the word. Like, you know, we go camp on Saturdays, you know, but you know the woman wants to see you on a Saturday. Well, no, we can't. You know, go out on highways and byways and teach His truth, man. And it's always been like that. I'm always gonna go out. So, you know, they stop asking. They get the idea, they stop asking. Okay, but some women, they don't want to hear that. And they're going to threaten you to leave you and do this and all this kind of stuff. And if it comes to that, you just say, okay, do what you're doing. I'm gonna do this. Because this is the course I'm set on to do. You know, so you have to forsake her. It's as simple as I say. It's as simple as that. I know, you know, it may not be, but you know, for certain individuals, but that's what it has to be, man. If you're a man of the Lord, man, you're gonna make these hard decisions. You're gonna make the right choice. You're gonna make the right decision, and you're gonna serve the Lord. Okay, regardless of what's being thrown at you, man. Okay, like I said, we don't have the luxury of living that good life, man. It ain't meant to be right now. Okay, it ain't meant to be right now. This isn't. Hey, get that up. This isn't our rest. No, this place isn't our rest, man. So, you know, niggas need to stop going, you know, acting like it is. You know, like I said, you got other Israelite camps in there, you know, it's kind of like a joke. You know? They're kind of on a prosperity tip, a lot of them. You know? They don't want nothing of their life to change, but they just believe in Yahweh Shai. You know, that's the way they believe they need to do. Okay, and they don't even believe in Yahweh Shai the correct way, not as the scripture has said. You know, so that's vain in itself, thinking you could just sit back and do what you're doing and somehow the Lord's going to save you, man. But you continue in everything that you was doing back in the world. You know, it doesn't work like that, man.
Man, I'm just hearing, meditating on what you're saying, man, because man, at the end of the day, man, the Spirit of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy. So if you're a man in this truth, you know the prophecies, you know Jacob's trouble, you know there's the time coming that never was on the face of the earth, but yet still you made contracts and attachments with women, with the things in this world, and you just want to retain that and just
you can't expect to retain everything, man.
Yeah,
you can't expect to retain everything. It's not possible.
Faith is in vain.
Because the Lord hasn't then done anything to prove you. If He's not taken or done something to you, the Lord's not proved you to be worthy of the kingdom, man. You know, you have to go through the hardships, man. You have to go through shit. Okay, deal with shit, man. And as the years go by, man, you learn, you know, more and more how to cope with things. You know, how to just press on, man, or not, you know, let it not phase you, man. I mean, you're always gonna piss you off. You know, someone's always gonna piss you off, man. But it's how you deal with it. You know, it's how we deal with all these situations. But yeah, if you get that from me,
Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
So like I said, everything else is an attachment to the world, and if you're not prepared to sever that, if it needs be, then you're going to be in trouble. You know, and before I used to think about all these mad scenarios when it got towards the end, you know, and you know what might you face in that day, you know, and I think about all different kind of scenarios. I could never know, you know, it's kind of vain speculation at this point, but You know, I thought about it. You know, and you never know. You might be faced with the fact that you got to choose between, you know, you, your wife, and your kids. You know, you might have your children, your family at gunpoint, man, and it'd be like, take that chip, take the chip. And what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit there and watch your children's and your wife's brain being blown out? You know, not taking the chip, or are you gonna take the chip, man, and, you know, in your mind thinking that you're gonna save your family somehow? Who knows, man? You don't know what you're gonna be faced with in that time, man. But you know, if you're of the Lord, man, you're gonna put your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And you know, if you make the right decision, would be, I ain't gonna take that chip. Regardless of anything that happens, that you ain't gonna take that chip.
Precept.
You know, that's. But you got, hey, you don't know what kind of position you're gonna be in, man. You know, it's hard to be prepared, man. But you can only prepare through the word, man. Okay, you're gonna.
Deuteronomy 12, verse 8. Ye shall not do after all the things that we do here this day. Every man whatsoever is right in his own eyes. For ye are not as yet come to the rest and to the inheritance which the Lord your power giveth you. You see? So we ain't received that inheritance yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not to be acting like this is our rest, this is it.
Yeah.
We've got to achieve it, you know, that so-called Christianity prosperity doctrine.
Yeah.
I've got to make it now, like that.
Yeah, you got things to do, other than the word. You got things to do. You know, college degree, whatever.
Occupation.
You know, got to get this car, got to get this house. You know, all them things is nice. Don't get all those things are nice, but that is not our prime objective, man. We have to give up on certain things, thoughts that we had, ambitions that we had. You know, when we was back in the world, man, we have to sort of, those things are also forsaken. You know, you ain't gonna be that guy that you thought you was gonna be anymore. You know, everything has to be given up for the Lord, if he so requires it. Okay.
No, at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai forsake his own life.
That's right.
For our sakes, man.
That's right. That's right.
Otherwise, we'd be dead.
Otherwise, yeah, the Most High would have destroyed us. You know, but that's right, man. Yahweh Shai forsook. You know, he could have had he could have had an easy life. You know, but he was sent on a mission to do something, man. The same thing that we're sent on a mission to do something. Okay, there's things that we got to deal with, you know, in the meantime and stuff like that. But we're still in that mission, and that mission comes first. You know,
I was gonna get a precept.
Let me just reiterate something. This is Matthew 10:39. So he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that findeth his life, loseth his life shall, for my sake, shall find it. Okay, if you give up your life, give up everything, then you go and gain everything, plus more. Okay, if you're trying to find you know, your life here, you know, you're trying to, you know, make all those ideal things and ideal beliefs happen. You know, family and all this kind of stuff, good job, car, house, everything nice, everything crisp, then, you know, ultimately you're going to fail. Okay, because then you've received your consolation, pretty much. Okay, you departed from the Lord to serve your own belly. Okay, to gain things in the Esau's world, which is going to be destroyed. Okay, which we're not about. Okay, we do what we need to do in this world, man, but we're not invested in this world. Okay, we're looking for the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get there. Okay, Lord willing. You know, the Spirit remain on us to do what we need to do, man. Okay? Going on.
Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High. Now, it didn't say women. It didn't say apprenticeship. It didn't say what's that profession when you get career. It didn't say a career choice. It says to he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied. So just give your mind to the word, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. All right. And that's exactly on the topic of what we're saying, man. There's so many terrible things are about to happen. Evidently so. World War III, brother was mentioning the RFID chip technology, all right? That's prophecy. There's some serious things about to go down. You ain't got time to be miserable and trying to figure out how you can control a woman's decisions.
Well, it's like, why am I going to concentrate on getting a house that might take me 10, 20 years with deposit and all that kind of stuff, when I'm thinking, well, if it could be at any moment? Why am I going to waste my time in doing that? That's pointless. If I can get a house tomorrow, then yeah, maybe I might get a house tomorrow if it was possible. But, you know, that's that long-term stuff, man, that needs to go straight out the window, man. You know, we live kind of day by day, week by week kind of stuff, man. It's not that long-term, man.
Yep.
You know, it's something you might even think about the month, maybe. You know, but to think a whole year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years ahead, that's not a realm I can think about, man. I'm expecting to be in the kingdom by then. You know, that's my mentality, man. You know, I don't want it to be that far away.
Mm-hmm. The day.
That's right. You know, but you know, we're here for today, and you know, until the Lord does return, and you know, and destroys His kingdom and brings the kingdom of heaven. You know, we're going to be here doing what we've been told to do.
Verse 2, it says, He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, He will be there also. So, hey, man, we're saying this for your own good, brothers, man. You young brothers that are coming to this truth, and, you know, you're going through the motions and so forth, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have the brotherhood, man, because we're saying this because we were taught this by great apostles, man. Great men, elders and apostles,
yep,
who have the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai on them, and through the spirit we learnt from those men, and those men comforted us with the words of Yahushai himself, man.
That's right.
So guess what? We're comforting you how? With the same thing. So we're saying it for your own benefit, man.
So don't be, you know, for you brothers that are hearing, you know, watching videos on the Israelites and stuff like that, don't be deceived by these other camps where, you know, it looks like a damn fucking party all the damn time, man. You know, just niggas chilling out, basically. Okay? It looks good, because that's what ultimately we would like. We would all like to be chilling and, you know, busting jokes and celebrating and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, we would like to be doing that, but the truth is, when you come, you know, into this word, into this truth, man, things is not so pleasant. Okay, not so easy, man. They're not so joyous, jubilant. You know, there's realness to it, man, and it's not a game, it's not a joke. Okay, we're out here, you know, putting our lives on the line for Yahweh Shai, man, and you know, we face whatever we face, and you know, need to overcome it. You know, but you know, with certain other camps like IUIC, man, you know, it just seems like a big joke. You know, it's not taken seriously. You know, other guys, we got next dudes and stuff, you know, cookouts and stuff like that. You know, and all they want, those guys, man, is, you know, Israel to be cool with each other, man, stop the arguing, stop the differences. But the whole point of this truth is the difference. It's who's got the truth, man. And like we read earlier, it's the divide. It is the divide that separates us from them,
mm-hmm.
and it causes the division. Okay, if you're not dealing with the truth, man, then we are, you know, at variance with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it has to be that way, man, because you need to be rebuked and told the right way. Okay, so we can't live that idealistic life. That's for the kingdom. Niggas acting like they're in the kingdom already. Okay, but we ain't there yet, man. We got a lot of hardship to get there. Okay?
This is Sirach chapter 2. Now the point is in 4th and 5th verse, but I'm going to read it from 1 because it's all good. Sirach 2 and 1. It says, My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Now why does it suggest that you constantly endure? Because it's prescribed that you endure, because you're going to go through a lot of adversities. Things are just going to happen that you ain't had experience with, and you're just going to think, why me? Why is this happening to me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to go through that. But then ultimately, at the end of it, you're going to become more wise, and you're going to say, oh, that's why. That's why the scriptures said what it says. You see, it's all about living this truth and with experiences, man, and applying the scriptures.
No, I was just seeing if the timer was going to clock out at 15 minutes or not. You know, it's carrying on, so let's continue in it.
It says, set thy heart, with your heart is your mind, aright, and constantly endure. So you're supposed to have the mind of the scriptures, and make not haste in time of trouble. So don't get all bugged out. Cleave unto him. See, a lot of guys will get bugged out because they'll think, oh man, I'm going through this adversity. Fuck this truth. I'm just gonna go get drunk somewhere and just hide myself from the world.
Well, man, I seek comfort. You know, man, I always want to in the fiction will seek comfort, man. It's natural, but you know what I mean. You are stick with the word.
Can't.
You know what I mean. You can't be put off by it, man, because you knew. You can't be put off with the affliction that comes because you knew it was coming. Okay, for you to run away when the affliction comes, man, just shows you was weak. You know, you bit off more than you could chew.
Make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him. So you're supposed to get harder. When shit get hard, you get harder. By making more videos, linking up with brothers, and doing the example of what Great Millstone do, man.
I'm saying, you know, some of us brothers have been in this truth for quite a while now, and we've gone through different experiences and you know, different trials and stuff like that. But you know, the majority of us are still here. You know what I mean? So every experience you go through only hardens you, man, and you know, to get you through your next hurdle, the Most High sends you, man. You know, because every hurdle becomes more difficult. But you by then you're supposed to be developing resolve. You know, it's supposed to be developing resolve, man.
It's all about the principles of Yahweh Shai, man, and we're reading it. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Okay, so that's the goal, to be increased at our last end, not now. If the Most High increases us now, you know, hey,
wax fat. Kick.
You know. Yeah, you may wax fat, but you know, if the Most High increases you now, then you know you take it in your stride, man. Continue doing what you're doing. If the Most High want to bless you something, that's up to the Most High to do that. But you know, it's the flip side is also true, man. If the Most High wants to fuck your shit up, man, you got to keep on doing what you're doing, man. You know, don't be fazed by anything. The focus is the work. Okay, like I said, we sometimes get, you know, a bit of respite and stuff like that. You know, it's not all 24/7 adversity, but the majority of the time you are in a vexated state of mind. Okay, and that's bound to be the case if you're a man of the Lord. These are the things the prophets went through, man. Like I said, the prophets, you know, they had to forsake all things. You know, and that's not to say, you know, in a sense that, you know, in terms of the family and stuff like that, you know, they may have left them behind in the land that they were dwelling in, or you know, they might have traveled with them to a certain degree, but they wouldn't have done the bulk of the traveling in the ministry to you know, to serve the ministry. They wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's not to say, oh yeah, he divorced his wife and all that kind of stuff and left them to fend for themselves. No, they were probably taken care of, man. Just like we take care of our families that we do have now. We might not be around all the time, okay, but they're taken care of, man. Okay, that's not to say that we just leave them high, you know, hang them out to dry, you know, don't care what happens to them, the Lord deal with them, all that kind of stuff. No, as men, you know, we're still responsible. You know what I'm saying? And we still have to do certain things.
Verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
That's right.
Man.
So you have your highs and your lows, man. You know, Most High bless you sometime, man. You find a score somewhere. You know, it's like, yes, I'm gonna get some yayan.
Yes.
You know, I'm gonna drink tonight or whatever, man.
And I've had that happen to me.
Hey, it's nice. It's nice when it happens, man. You know, you got a bunch of butterflies in your pocket, man. You know what I mean? You come across some money, man. It's just like, oh damn, yes, okay. You know, you appreciate it. You know, it's not 24/7 adversity, but like I said, most of the time you're gonna be in that state of mourning, man. You know, and just in that state of mind, just because shit isn't how you want them to be. It's not ideal. Things are not ideal. You know, you wish your woman was right. She didn't cause you no fucking aggro. You wish your child was right. Won't cause you no damn aggro. You know, you wish you went to work and everything was cool. No boss breathing down your fucking neck talking shit or whatever. You wish that all that was cool, but it can't be. It cannot be.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Right, so it's all a trial, man. Everything that we go through is a trial. You know what I mean? And things are expected of us, man. The Lord is going to continue pushing the boundaries of what we're able to offer Him.
Man,
okay?
This is beautiful, that scripture. I'm going to read it again. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So for you to be acceptable to Yahweh Shai, you really got to go through things. You really got to be tried through adversity. So if you ain't going through adversity, how do you know that you're acceptable, man? Because you got to know what you're doing, man. You got to be like, look, I got to sacrifice these parties and all this being nice to everyone and being around large groups of people and having a great time. That mirth spirit, man. I
don't like being in crowded places.
There you go.
I don't. It messes me up.
Because when you've gone through those things, it builds character, and it makes you hard, man. It makes you less sensitive when things go the wrong way or a way you can't control it. You just be like, oh, fuck it. Some fuck it juice. You know, just fuck it. Crack on. After a while, you just say, oh, it's beautiful. You feel pain for some shit, you just be like, oh, that's nice, man. I'm glad I ain't feeling the opposite way, because I'd feel like I'm going off. You know, you're having too much happiness. You gotta think
too much fun, too much liberty.
Yeah, you gotta think, rah, man, what's going wrong? Because I'm too happy.
Just know you're never too far away from the next hurdle, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the way you gotta be. You know, keeping your mind and be prepared for it. You know, like I said, the Most High might bless you from time to time with things, and you know, you praise Yahweh Hashem or Shai for those things. But you know, just know that it's not too far away. You're gonna be faced with your next trial, man. Okay, brother, can you get me second Timothy?
I was just gonna read like 2 more verses if I may.
Go on.
It all applies. I mean, you brothers can read it for yourself, the whole chapter, but I'm gonna just read the last 2 verses. Believe in Him, and He will help thee. So the Lord ain't gonna leave you out, man. He ain't gonna leave you out. Like the Lord, Scripture says, the Lord don't give you more than a man can take, right?
That's right. Unless, of course, you're not a man of the Lord.
Right.
You know, in which case, that's why you get dropouts, man, because they can't bear it. You know, on more side, you might give them, you know, or Satan might deliver them a false doctrine, and they run with it, and they can't get it out of their mind. It's just bugging them the fuck out. Mm-hmm. You know, flat earthers and shit. You know, but you know, or was it Azrael and these and Babylon's not going to be destroyed talk. It's crazy. You know, but the Most High can do those things, man. He can send you delusions, man, and mess you up.
And He will help thee, order thy way aright, and trust in Him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail. So that's just to build you brothers up, man. And the scripture you wanted, bro?
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3, please.
Alright, so that's 2 Timothy chapter
2 and 3.
2 and 3. So okay. 2 Timothy 2 verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai. Amashayah.
Yeah, read the next verse as well.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Right, so we're likened unto soldiers in this truth, man, by Yahweh Shai, okay, by the Lord. Okay, and we live a similar lifestyle to those that serve in the military, like here now today. You know, being away from for periods of times. You know, whether it be short or whether it be long. Okay, but the duty is to serve, and in this case, we're here to serve Yahweh Shai first and foremost. So if the call comes, that's what we go off to do. Okay, and our families, you know, they have to deal with that. Okay, they have to deal with the fact that we're not always around. Okay, it has to be that way, because otherwise we'll be catering too much towards, you know, our women and our children and other things. Okay, which we can't afford to do in this truth, man. Okay, you have to cater to the Lord. Okay, but this is a particular life of a man of the Lord. I said a normal Israelite wouldn't have had to deal with this, you know, because this is a special calling. Okay, not all Israel are equal. Okay, this is a special calling, you know, and you've been asked to do something great amongst your people, our people. Okay, which requires a bit more than just being your bog standard Israelite. Knowing your Israelite is not enough. Okay, you've been called to come serve the Lord.
I've got the word there for soldier is stratologio. All right, and that's the word for soldier. Its biblical usage or the definition means to gather, collect an army, and that's what Yahweh Shai is doing. He's raising up the army, man. The Lord, Scripture says, the Lord of hosts. The word host means army. To enlist soldiers. All right. So when we've been enlisted.
Yeah, that's right.
So those guys in the world, when they get that call on the phone, hey, look, we got a war. You got to come to Afghanistan.